So I know that you spend a lot of your time researching and writing about business, particularly women in the workplace. And knowing what you know, what do you think businesses need to do to foster better environments for their employees? And also, what's happening among women that makes you think that it might actually get better?
Yeah, that's a key question and something that I'm talking with business leaders every week. Before I started Fox, I worked on Wall Street. I have my MBA. I love business, and it's what I talk about and I do every single day. And it's very clear now from everything I'm hearing from executives that corporate America is having a wake-up call. Businesses are having a wake-up call. They know that they have missed out on the messages of women of color, of people of color. And so I've been so energized and invigorated hearing what initiatives from every big company and even smaller companies and startups are doing. I'm here in the Bay Area, and I have the feel of entrepreneurship here as well. And it's exciting, but at the same time, as we know, you can't just leave it to the executives and the C-suite to decide what the future of work is going to be like. And that is what is happening right now, Gretchen. It's very clear that the future of work is being determined right now. And yes, women, people of color are being invited into it. But I believe that's not enough. We have to be advocating, speaking up. I mean, certainly we need to be at the table of these discussions. If you're inside of a company and you're not being asked about what you want to do with your, returning to work, what your preferences are, if you're not having brainstorming sessions, you need to raise your hand and ask for them, because they cannot count your voice unless you use your voice. And that's something that I'm hearing all across the board. This is the time to speak up. And women in particular, we have a lot to say because this has hit us the hardest during the pandemic.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, you're speaking my messaging about it's time to speak up. I
Yeah.
mean, whether it's sexual harassment or getting the promotion or getting paid fairly or whatever it might be. But with so many women and people of color losing their jobs
Yep.
during the pandemic, of course, it's making things worse for working women. But you say that there is a silver lining. So how are these things both better and worse?
So it's hard to see silver linings when we're hearing such drastic and shocking statistics. More than 1.5 million or 2 million women have stepped out or decreased their participation in the workforce, depending upon what statistics that you're seeing. It's very clear. I was looking up some statistics from McKinsey and Lean In. 1 in 4 women have downshifted their career because of COVID and childcare and housework. Women are 3 times as likely to than the father to take responsibility of childcare. I mean, we're doing on average 4 to 6 hours of housework, childcare, you name it, on top of working. I mean, we have been unfairly and unbalanced in an imbalanced way, more affected disproportionately than men. That being said, I've also seen statistics from Albright, a survey saying that 1 in 4 women out there are starting to look at creating their own businesses. 2 and 3 women, 2/3 of women out there in this same survey are trying to quote unquote upskill. So what they're doing is they're bridging the gap in their skill sets. They're learning things that they need to learn. And then at the same time, the discussions that I'm having with women leaders, it revolves around letting go of perfection. We have for so long tried to do it all. Women can do it all. We can work, we can raise families, we can be wives, we can be daughters, mothers, but we know we can't do it all. And this, this overachievement, being hard work, perfectionistic tendency that many of us successful women have, hardworking women have, we're starting to let it go.